Hey guys, this is an update because I have been dealing with some life changes in a very short term. And I do have to say that I'm a happy person and I'm thinking about the good things in life. And the reason why, because I've been going through a breakup. And for me, it's like, okay, I didn't see it coming to be honest, but my ex suddenly just wanted to quit the relationship. I didn't think that this would happen to be honest, and of course it was for me a shock because yeah, everything went well in Belgium and with the relationship as well, and yeah, it was for me a bit hard, I can tell you that for sure. And I was not sure if I should say it or not. On the other side, I think it's always good, like, to be honest, and I also want to be honest. Maybe this can also help people who have been going through a breakup, because I already experienced like a bigger breakup than this one a few years ago, and that was for me harder because with my like with in that relationship of 6 years, it's a long time. Now it was like 1.5 year. It's still a lot, but it's not that much as 6 years. I could have maybe been married with him from 6 years ago, or from 1.5 year a year as well, because sometimes people even marry when they only know each other for a few weeks, for example. So why I wanted to make this video is also to help people who have been going through the breakup. I don't know if this video can really help or not. I hope it can help for anyone, not only with breakup but in general. I think with relationship, this was for me what really helped is also to stay grounded, having things that make you feel happy. Because what for me was also important is to take time to reflect and process the emotions as well. The person has a reason, and I think people come for a reason and also sometimes also leave for a good reason, and this can also be a good reason why it stopped, even though for me it wasn't, of course, really hard as well. It's okay, it's like, wow, I already built certain things with him. I also lived with him in another country. I actually moved from the Netherlands to Belgium for being with him. I didn't do it for other things, and so of course it is like, wow, it is okay, I have to see where I will be living, and this type of things. I'm working on that as well, but I can't say exactly where, in which country I'll be living, because I have to still figure out a lot of things. So this will take some time to know. The good thing is that I have very beautiful family who is very supportive, so I'm happy, that I have like for now also good support, like with emotions, and I also receive also messages, which is a very good thing. This is also a good thing when you have people who are very supportive, especially for me, like my mom and grandfather, my dad, my sister. They have been very, very supportive, and they also check up every day, like, hey, how's everything going? And hopefully, this is so nice when people are like that, and I also really appreciate that. I think it's also good, and that people who have been going through breakup, I think it's very important to take time also to process it. Doesn't mean that you cannot do other things. I think it's important that you don't hide from the emotions or don't put them away, because when you don't process emotions, I already had it in the past, then they might build up, and then you might have more emotions and stressful situations, and not only for your brain and mind but also for your body. In the past, when I didn't realize that I didn't process emotions, I built them up and they were close to my heart. So sometimes I felt like pressure close to my heart because I didn't know what it was. I even went to the doctor and said everything is fine with heart. I was also thinking, for me, I didn't know when exactly the time was good to tell you about this, because of course everyone can see my videos on YouTube and on TikTok. But I think as now I already went through the breakup. I already took time as well to process things also from the breakup as well, and also not thinking like what I will do the next time, like not only in the next relationship, if there will be, but also like see where we'll be living. And I thought, like, you know what, as I'm already going through this situation, maybe it can also help people, because I know how it is to go through breakup. I know how it is to go through like major changes in life, because it's not only the breakup itself, but it's also see like where I'm going to live, and how I'm going to like rebuild life again after being some time with someone for a longer time. I think I can also see it as a very good positivity, like a positive experience. I do believe that universe wants the best for us, especially when you have good intentions. So I think the breakup could be also very good for me and also for him, because it's from both people, right? So for me, of course, I was thinking like, okay, you know what? As I now already, this chapter already ended, the time with my ex in Belgium, and now I have a new opportunity, because I could also spend days like crying and not doing anything at all, and no, I don't want that. I don't have like impacts on external things or people. I mean, I can have impact the way like, okay, you know what, I want to be my best version every single day, and if I can inspire someone to be his or her best version every single day, that's great. The next thing, and that is what I really focus on, and then I know it can be very hard, especially when you go through a breakup, is to see, okay, you know what, this happened, it's in the past. You don't have to every time repeat the past things that you don't like. And I think, it can sometimes, it depends on the situation. There are people that break up for time and then they come back after some time. That's also possible. But it can also be that maybe there's a better match for you and also for your ex as well. Because in a relationship, it's normally it should be from both people, right? And another thing can also be very good is to think like, okay, what makes you happy? And as final thing, and that can be so good for everyone who wants to live their best life, is to be and remain optimistic, no matter how hard the situation might be. And when you're optimistic, and this is also what experience for me, for example, the breakup that I have been now going through, or like rejections of work, for example, because I've been also applying for jobs next to the classes that I give, and the content that I make on YouTube and TikTok. Because I like having also, a bit more stability also financially. Like the classes are great, they're amazing, but I also want to have something next to that. But every time when you apply for jobs, and at least it happens to me, applying for jobs, and then every time conversations and rejection, it feels bad. I have to say that it just doesn't feel good.